Wanna do a guitar lesson? You wanna? Okay. So first what we do is we tune our guitar. Go easy. I have a little electronic tuner on here. It's a little thing that shows. So this is the E.
Then you have never seen a man die by your own hand?
Right now?
Mr. Clemens, I received a declaration from killing the Devon enemy soldier.
This makes it easy
My conscience, it was not
to
put there
tune
by
the
my
strings
country or
one
my
at a
church.
time.
Most of the things that you have lost, Mr. Clemens, your job, your
And there's stuff out there that you could tune, like, there's different ways to tune the guitar, by ear. And, I'm not one of those pitch people. I'm a frequency people. So when you play the E, or whatever string you play, that's the letter it starts with. And the other thing to remember is that there is no such thing as B sharp, and there's no such thing as E sharp. And so for those of you who don't subscribe to the normal way of talking about stuff, there's no such thing as C flat. There's no such thing as C flat, and there's no such thing as E or I. I mean, there's no such thing as F flat. There's E flat. That's D sharp, and that's the thing that you have to remember. Other than that, there's an in between. So you got E, right? The top string that we're plucking here, the E. And then when you hit the first fret on the top string, then it becomes an F. Because there's no E sharp. There is no. It does not exist. So you got your E, you got your F, then you got your F sharp, then you got your G, you got your G sharp. Each it just keeps going all the way. You're just doing the alphabet from A to G, and then it starts over with A. And so that's how the guitar works. It's the mechanics of the guitar. And then once you get down to the last one, so there's the little E, then F, the F sharp, the G sharp, and then we're back at A again. Then we're at the A sharp, the A sharp, the B, then the C, okay, because there is no B sharp. The D sharp, no, screw up. There's the D. I got lost in there somewhere. A sharp, B, then C sharp. And then here's the D. I'm using my middle finger now. And then the D sharp, and then the E, and then it's the F. And so you see here's the E and the E. So we went all the way down. And then, this is the B string. So this goes, you play just the string, and it's the B. And then you go to the next one, C sharp.
Good evening. Who's in charge here? Father Vincenti? I wonder if we could ask him a few questions.
And then right above there's the D, which is right above the G on the other string. And everything works with itself. Like you got the G, D right on top of it, and then you got the D down here, and the A right on top of that, and then there's the G, and then on top of that will be the D over here, because you got to go back one, and then you got so the scales. So you're playing everything, but when you get to here, you actually skip one because it's just like that. Like these two strings are going together, but then when you want to move up, you actually got to go this way a little bit. It's kind of weird. And so then when you're tuning your guitar, you can go down to the 5th fret here, and then you can play the E, and then so this is an A, and then this is the A, and then you tune the. I used to do that by ear all the time. It would take forever to do. It's so much easier. I mean, and so another thing to know, thing that I used to mess up when I first started playing guitar is not putting the strings on properly. So if the strings are at different tightness, you know, if you're just not really sure how tight you're making them, you really got to be you really got to be careful when you put the strings on the guitar, and if you're not sure, just have somebody string them for you that knows what they're doing, because that will affect, you know, how easy it is to tune the guitar. And that was a huge beginner mistake for me, because I never used electronic tuners when I first started. And I mean, that just makes it so much easier. Just I don't want to sit there trying to tune, you know what I mean? Like, changing my strings is enough of a project, and then I want to get it right and get that done, and then I want the strings to be good, and I don't change them that often, you know. But if they all need to be just about the same tightness at where you start, but then some of them are, you know, the G is the tightest one. And I probably should do a whole thing on how to change your strings. That would be a good educationalized thing. And so, yeah, this is, I can't remember what number this is that we're on. So, you know, if I forget, I can just start it over, you know, it's season 2 episode. And you got it in tune. You know where all the notes are, and then you learn some of the chords. You know, you play a series. So you know, you play a series of chords. You know, so the song that I wrote. You know that. I mean, one of the songs that I wrote. You know, recently. You know, it just. The 3 chords, and then you play those over and over as much as you want, and then you just do them backwards. So it's like, and then you do that as much as you want, and then you just do them backwards. And then once you do that, you know, you got your chords that you want to play. Usually pick 3 of them, you know, but you could do 2, you could do 4, you could do as many as you want. It'd be like Cat Stevens have like 18 different chords in every freaking song. I'm gonna be as fancy as I can. I mean, like, he got 17 chords, you know, for one line that he sings. You know, it's like, I gotta do all that in one day. I'm gonna learn a different song. It's a pretty good song, but you know, I'm not doing all that. You know, you don't have to be fancy. Cat Stevens wants to be as fancy as he possibly can, and that's great. That's great. Richie Havens, he's really great. He tries to just add as much stuff as you can in there, you know, like adding his color into, and it's great, you know, it sounds awesome. But, you know, trying to learn, you know, the chords to his song, you're just going to have to do it your own way, man, because you're going to try to learn all those chords. But then, you know, once you got your chords, and then you go, you know, you're playing in a D, you know, G, D and G and A are right here. I get these my strings start to fall apart. I actually get stuck. Get stuck. It's like it gets frayed. I think it's good to help build up your calluses, like ripping the shit out of your finger. What you done? But it can get messed up. And this guitar has been played to shit. I mean, I don't know how long this is. This is years old, and I've been playing the crap out of it. And I'm like, I got indentations. I got to redo the little, and you know, I mean, I'm gonna have to take it. I don't want to do that myself. You know, I'll do the strings myself, but I mean, taking these, you know, the little metal pieces off to get new metal pieces sounds like a pain. I don't want to do that. But I love this guitar. It's a great guitar. Yamaha guitar. So I have Yamaha guitar, Yamaha motorcycle. Yamaha is quality stuff. I mean, well, this is not a video about motorcycles, but I mean, Yamaha's, you know, well built, easy to work on, works good. I got almost 12,000 miles now on my R3, and it's like there's nothing going on. You know, it's everything is great. I'm gonna have to, you know, replace my air filter. You know, you got to change the oil. But I mean, you're talking about some serious, dependable transportation. You know, like as long as it's not slushed, totally, completely slushed. You know, I get 60 plus miles to the gallon. You know, like. Goodbye. And so yeah, I'm gonna screw that. I'm like whatever bike I'm gonna get an R1, man. If I get money for it, you know, I do real good this year with whatever. I'm gonna get an R1. And I'm just gonna down the interstate. See if they catch me. If they do, you know, just mail the ticket, man. I gotta go. Hey, I didn't say you're gonna record.